Hello guys, how's it going? Today video we're going to talk about variable, what are they, how to declare them, why we need them. Simple put, variable are just containers to hold information in our code. They are just a middleman between our computer hardware, the memory, and our programs. For instance, if you want to store the person age, you have to declare a variable name age, whatever the name you want, just I call it age, and then you take the value, suppose that the person is 41, then you call variable age, and then you store the 41 inside that variable. That variable in turn talk to the memory, which is going to allocate the space necessary to store that person age. So how do we declare a variable? To declare a variable is pretty simple. You need two things: the variable names, the types. So, before that, in our previous video, I should show you something that I didn't. To make a comment in our code, just line comment, we use a forward slash, double forward slash. In case here I use a comment to write I love C++. If I just build this code and execute, you can see that this part of code is ignored, so it's not executing this love C++. It's just a comment. So to make a block comment, you need to use um, forward slash asterisk, and then you're going to close it asterisk and forward slash, and then you can write whatever you want inside here. Make sure it's taken inside of the blocks. So that's how you make a block comment. So that being said, let's get back to the topic. Okay, I was saying that to declare a variable, you need to think the type and the variable name. Uh, type, find mouse, type, and the variable name. Sorry about that. The variable name, variable name. So in C++, there are 15 type of variables. Okay, so we have integers. Integers. What are integers? They are just whole numbers like 1, 2, 3. So for instance, we can say like how many people in the rooms. We can say 5 people. In that case, so we're going to use our integer variable type. And other than that, we have decimal values. There's decimal, which is stored like a floating point, like 1 divided by 3 or 4 divided by 7, just floating point. Or real numbers like square root of 5 or square root of 3. Other than that, so we have booleans. So booleans, so they are just like they just have only two values, true or false, like 1 and 0 is true or is false. There are only two values, like a true and like a true or false. Yeah, true or false. And then the last one, we have a string type of string, which hold only text values, That's why like, how are you? Something like that. Here, just go like, um, whole numbers, yeah, whole numbers, whole numbers, and then put like, I'm going to put decimal values, decimal values, decimal values, like 1.555 something. Okay. The second thing we need is a variable type. Import dot here. Type. Okay. Oh, sorry. Type. What's going on for my typing? Okay, the type, and the second we need a variable name. Sure, or variable name or demo case. You can name your variable like you want it. There is no real standards for variable name, but you have to remember that or the camel case, and they have to start with letters. When I'm talking about letters, either A to Z, A to Z, A to Z, or A to Z, like a capital and a lowercase. And also we have underscore, which is a letter here. So you can name your variable underscore age is acceptable, or you can name a simple age. Your variable name can start with a numbers. If you if you name your variable which just start with a number, your program going to throw in errors. It's not good to do that. So for instance, if I say my variable name is three names, three name, this is not good. So watch out for those kind of typos. So your variable can start with letters, and after that you can add the numbers like 832 people something. That's acceptable, and it can be camel case or whatever you want it to. Better remember. Okay, if I type like age and another variable age, there are different type of variables. I can store three here and then store five, and the other one is different variable. So uh, let me just give another example. Like I can say like age and then a type of age and then the last variable like a capital letters here to there. Those two variables are just two different variables. They are not the same. So watch out for those typos. Okay. You can go to Google and then type how to name variable and all of those kind of stuff. There are different way to name variables, and I think with what I say here, you just grab the baseline or what it means to create a variable and all of those kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to create a couple of variables. Here for integer, they are built-in variable, a type of variable. Here we call them ints like that. That's a variable type. Here for decimal, we use a double, double, and here just bool, Boolean. Okay, and for the test for string, I should mention that for string they are not built-in. There is to use string in your code, you have to import that library. Is a library which you have to import it, like we import ISO string right here. So here too, for integer, there are different type to how to declare variable type of integers. This one is a 32. For the int is 32 bytes. 32 bytes. 32 bytes. You can also use a shorts, which there was always like a short of 16 bytes or char for 8 bytes. But with an int, that's okay. If you need for memory optimization, then you can go ahead and then look for a short or any char for all of those kind of stuff. With I think with modern computers, so we don't worry about memories, all of these things. But if you want to build something like a embedded computer, little computer inside of some like a refrigerator, something like that, then you can go check out all of those short and short value, short the 8 bytes. Okay, same thing goes for the floating pointer here. We have a double. This one is a 64 bytes. 64 bytes. Yeah, 64 bytes. We have also floats, which is 32 bytes, I believe. Yeah, 32 bytes, 32 bytes. Yeah, 32. But int and double is already fine. You can just use both of them if you're on a computer, if you're using a computer, if you're not want to build like a tiny code, which you want to put on a little machine or something like that. I think int and double, both of them are just totally fine, and then they can work really well in your code. So I think that can do it. So let's go ahead and declare variable in real code. So uh, let's see. Okay, I can say it's int integer whole numbers, and they say that's the type, and then I'm going to give it variable name. Here, let's say number of people. Okay, let me add one more thing. Uh, to name a variable, name it a way it can be a little bit descriptive, like a variable, a little bit explanatory. Suppose that you want to name the number of the people in the class. Just don't say, don't name it like number of people in the class. That didn't make any sense. But if you are using your code on your own, that can make sense for you. But if another person want to read your code, it could be a little bit harder for them to just understand just what I'm saying. Just make your code a little bit explanatory, and if somebody want to read it, and then he could easily understand it. So don't declare variable name B or C like that. It's not a good practice. So the good practice is just to name a variable a little bit descriptive. Here I name it name of people, number of people. That we understand a little bit. I'm talking about the number of people. If I want to say number of people in the room, I can add a little room. Also, you can name a variable like a num. It's a little bit descriptive, like num. People understand that mean number. So here that I say number of people, I can say num people, which is also fine. So we can say that in the that's okay. Okay. Uh, okay, then put like okay, let's give variable name. Good variable name. Okay. So I declare people, number of people. Okay, let's say character n to ask the number of people. We use character in sin n. For the other one, we need sin out, which means character out. We're going to print something in the screen. Here we put hello everybody. Here sin in mean I'm going to ask a value from the user. So, and then I'm going to store that value in this variable which I declare here, which is number of first people. So say number of people. Here we go. And then I can print here. Okay, let me get rid of this hello everybody. Did I need that one too? You know what? I'm going to cut it out and then put it up here, which is a little bit nicer. Okay, just after hello everyone, I can just say cost character out. So and then say enter the number of people. Okay, enter the number of people, and then use this. And then don't forget those semicolons, they are very important. If you do not, then they're going to throw you errors. And sometimes it's really bad. You can waste your entire time trying to figure it out. Yeah, so watch out for those semicolons. Here and then say the n number of people. Okay, and here say it comes out. Oops, comes out. And then say uh there there let me put like a pistol. Maybe there's only one people. One person, sorry. One person, that's possible. There is on the so okay, to take the number of people, you just write the variable names. So you can say like a number of people, and yeah. And then I say like here, number of people here. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And then if you remember for our last section, I said we going to add a new line. Okay, let's execute this code and see what happened. Okay. Something went wrong. What? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Why this guy is not working? Okay. I think I should close my terminal here. Okay. There's one terminal running here. That's why I can get this thing. Okay, here. We can build and see if there is no errors. No. Okay. We can go ahead and then execute. Okay. Hello, everybody. Number of people in the room. Enter the number of people in the room. Just say 48. Okay. I say there are 88 88 here. Oh, that's not good for myself. Let's go ahead and check it out. There are 88 people. Okay. People. Let me add this person or person if it's only one person. Person here. Here. Okay. Yeah. I think that will do it. Let's go ahead and run it again and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, okay, 38. Okay, there are 74 people here. Okay. I can say this code is a little bit heavy. So here I just concatenate, I just add another values of it. So it's kind of a little bit messy here. If you don't understand that, just fine. Just take your time and then sit back and then replay the video again, and then it's just easy. Just here I say console out, character out, and then I write this one, and then it's like I'm keep writing another value on top of it, like I'm adding another, like a way to concatenate, and I'm adding number of people, and then I'm adding another value, another string on this. So here. So it's kind of a little bit heavy, but it's easy when you grab the baseline of it. It's not complicated. It's pretty easy. So at first time, at first hand, I understand it's very hard, but I've been there, so I know what you are going through. So yeah, okay. Let's get rid of this one. So to declare integer, which is a whole number, you just got a type, which is built-in function ints, built-in int, and then you name your variable name. And then here you can initiate your variable like let's say I can initiate that to 0. which is a kind of also good practice. So if you don't want your variable to get to some random values from the memory, which sometimes it is like an empty value something, it's also a good practice to initiate your values. So at the beginning when you declare them, but it's not like you're free to initiate or not. It's fine. But if you want to, or like a best practice, just initiate it. It's not also too bad. So I like sometimes initiate it, but who cares? Okay. So that was for the instant variable. Now we move on to the floating points. For the floating point, let's see. Let's take a, okay, let me comment this out. Just forward slash to double to forward slash. Okay, yeah, for double, you type just watch the syntax here. Type variable names. It's just straightforward. So we have a double, yeah, and then we give it variable name. Let's see how they're going to call that one. A variable like it will like a measurements. Like let's see, person height. I don't know, person height. And here, like we did for the int, we're going to do the same thing here. Like plus n. But before that, I'm going to ask the questions. What is your height? Yeah, what's your height? What's your height? And then you're going to give it value here. Don't forget those semicolons, very important. And then const n, sorry, const n. I don't know if you noticed that those symbols, they are different. The other one goes on the side, the other one is the opposite. So watch out for those. So character n person heights. Person heights. Semicolon, don't forget. And here character out. Say that you you are, and then I'm going to concatenate like your person height. Okay, your height. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. Okay, okay, and line for the okay, semicolon. Okay, uh, okay. I make some like this kind of declaration variable is not good practice. Good practice is just you keep the first letters, lowercase, and then the second word is like camel case, camel case fashion, which means the first word should be lowercase, and every word after that should start with the first letter of other words should start with capital letters, like this guy, person heights. Person height, if we say in a class, and then person height, if you want to add class here, capital letter, and then you add class. So, here, so yeah, it's just good practice. You don't have to, but it's good practice. If you do that way, your code will be a little bit cleaner and more efficient. But you can even like you want to make sure it do not start with a digit or specific character like dollar sign, percentage is all not acceptable. So yeah, let's go ahead and then run this code and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to run and execute at the same time. Let's go. Okay, what's your height? I have no idea. Let's go with something like that. Okay, so your height is 12.58 meter or inch, whatever. We do not care about. Okay, so here we declare two variable already, like integer for whole numbers and double, like a person height, and then we ask for a person height, and then they give it values, and then we just print it out. Okay. Uh, Next values, we have integer and decimal for Boolean. Okay, let's go ahead and declare some Boolean. No. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the Boolean for another section when after we do if statements. That way you will better understand what Boolean stand for and all of these things. So I'm going to leave that and then I'll go straight to string. So string, like I said, they are just variable type protocol test values. They are libraries, they are not a built-in function like integers, like double or floating point. So we need to import them. So for that, we have to include, include, oh, what's going for my typing? Yeah, string, get here. Okay, let me comment this out. So right now, double forward slash line comment. And here, I'm going to say string, like your full name, or full name, full name, and then semicolon. Okay, so everybody stay there, no problem. And here, I'm going to say, okay, just what is your full name? Okay. And here I'm going to replace this with full name. I'm being a little bit lazy here, but just to make the video a little bit shorter as possible. So let's go ahead and change this one to, oh, I need to change this entire thing. Okay, let's go. You know what? I'm going to keep it. So your full name is okay, your full name is you know what, let's clean up this thing. Just trying to be lazy here. Sorry about that. Okay, your full name is, and then I'm going to add your full name here. There we go. Okay, let's execute and run at the same time. Okay, let's say my full name, like Dove Miller. Okay, this behavior is got your full name is okay. That makes sense. 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 Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh, to get the full name, I can use like only this one. If I take this one, it's going to take only the what I call it, the first values. Let me run again, then you can see what I mean. I type for Dove, right? October, Miller. So I'm going to take the first one, like it grab only word, so I can grab both. If I need to take a word, I need to use another function to have that one. So what I'm gonna do is we can still have it, but going to be a little bit complicated if I don't want to use a function. If I use that one, it's going to be a little bit messed up here. So I'm going to keep it a little simple. So here I'm going to change this just like a first name like that, and string, and then last name. Okay, sorry, last name. Okay, and here I'm going to say, what's your first name? First name, and then I'm going to type it. I don't know what I'm going to be lazy here. Okay. First name. Okay. And here I'm going to ask the last name. What's your last name? Okay, last name. Here we go. So your full name is then. Mhm. Okay, last name, first name here. Okay, there we go. So let me explain what I wrote here. So the full name is, and then I'm going to add the first name. Oh, sorry, this is a typo. Keep typing this thing with those typo. Okay, and here I add this one because I need space between the first name and the last name. The last name, and then I need to end this one. Okay, there we go. Make a typo. What they say? What do you mean? Okay. First name was not declared. Okay. That's what I like about code blocks. They have a debugging section here. So I make a typo here. It's not the first name. First name is a first name. So first, yeah. First name and then execute and run. Okay. What's your first name? Dove. What's your last name? Miller. Okay. And here your full name is Adova Miller. Okay, that's already good. So let's declare another string here. Like a string. Sorry, string. Let's say greeting, and then I'm going to initiate that greeting to string like how are you? How are you? Okay. Like I said, string can hold like a text value is fine. So here instead of say your full name is, I'm going to use my variable which I declared over there. Say greeting, first name, and then so on. So let's go ahead and okay, I should close this terminal here. Okay, your first name, say Dove, it's your last name, Miller, and then say how are you, Miller. Okay, I should add this and question mark, which I do not think yes, I need to make a little bit professional. Okay. Uh, I still have this door open. Okay, let me talk about this. Okay. Sometimes you can see you don't have the running the built-in thing. So you can feel like, oh, there's something going on. What happened? When I was using Cobras at the first time, I get trouble with this thing. So if you see something like that, just It's just that you have a terminal open and then you have to close that one first before you can get access to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and then build and execute. Build, execute, build and run, same thing. So let's go ahead and then Miller. There we go. So how are you? Miller is a little bit professional, right? But yeah, I can just have only the first name. That's already fine. But you know what? It's already good. So you understand the point. Okay, I think I get my point across. If I did not, please leave a comment below and then I do my best to answer those questions. Okay. Oh, I forgot another type of variable. We have also character. Okay. Character. We say the char values. Character. Char value, they are just 8 bytes. Yeah. 8 bytes. This is a really important thing for us. Just 8 bytes. Okay. How character works. Okay. To the character, let me just comment those out. Comment those out. Comment that out. Comment this thing out. So we have a character, integer, decimal, Boolean, string, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. We can create our own type of variable. So, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just keep with the standards. So, character are just letters like A or B or like they are just letters. They can be like 2 or 3 numbers, but you have to put a quote on them. So here, how we declare a string here, we have to use a double quotes. If you do not, then it's going to yield some kind of errors. Okay, let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens when we use a single quotes. Okay, let me select close dot out. Okay, and then I'm going to like creating. Okay, I'm going to use single quote and then you see what happens. That way, both will be on the same page. You can see it's already yellow, so you understand that something's wrong already. Okay, so there's a conversion from together to non-scalar type of. Okay, let's put in this one before we turn up. Okay, 7 columns here. Let's go ahead and build again. Okay, you can see there's something going on. I can kind of, to be honest, I don't know what those things mean, but I'm sure that is this single quotes. So if you change that to double quotes, you will see that everything runs fine and no problems. Okay, so you can see that everything works fine. So make sure you use double quote when you're declaring a string variable type. String double quotes, double quotes. Okay, now let's move on to character. Let's clear this thing up. Okay. Declare variable as before, we use type and a variable name. Here we want to declare a character. To use character, we use the variable type of char, which is also the return function. So you want the char and then like we put another one here. The variable name, let's say I don't know, let's say favorite letter. I don't know, just I'm running out of letters, so I want to write yes, yes. Okay, favorite letter, or whatever. So I'm going to ask him, what's your favorite letter? And then I'm going to, okay, yeah. What is your favorite letter? Here we go. What's your favorite letter? Uh, oh, sorry. Yeah, constant character N. I'm going to take that values and then plug it here. Favorite letter. Okay. And then comes out Twitter. Your favorite letter is I'm going to do same thing. You know what? Let me just copy this thing. Sometimes kind of slow typing. Yeah, and yeah, that's kind of fast. Let's go ahead and run. Okay, what's your favorite letter? Let's go with O. So your favorite letter is O. Okay. So let me show you one thing. Suppose that I type two letters, what's gonna happen? Maybe you can understand. Let me see. Okay, you see what happened? It just grab only the first letter. That's how character work. Like the string can grab only the uh only word. So when I type for dove meter before, it just grab the dove and then forgot the meter. So in the future video, I'm going to show you a way to like grab the entire lines. I think this video is already long enough, so I'm going to make it a bit shorter. So I think we went over all of those type of variable. We have character, integer, decimal, and then we went over string, which have a test values, all of these things. And the Boolean, like I said, we're going to go over if statement before we go over that one. Okay, so how to declare variable type, and then variable name, and then you can give it a variable, the value that you want to. Okay, let me point out something here. Here I declare integer, I can put like a string inside the integer, it won't work. However, if I put like a decimal value inside the integer value, we see that it went to grab only the whole part of the decimal values. Let's go ahead and try it out. Let me comment this out and then just I'm going to clean up this mess. Okay. So here I have my number people declare over there. So let's say that I say num people equal 5.33, which is absurd. But what's going to happen is that it's going to grab only the 45 port, a part um, if I'm not interpreting the thing the wrong way. Okay, here let's go ahead and execute again. What's now we declare in this code? Okay. Okay, you can see, okay, what happened here is that I have to declare variable before using it. If I do not declare variable, then it's going to throw me an error. So I just make a typo here. It's a number people, not num. So you declare variable before you going to use it. Was not declare. Oh, okay, keep making those typos. Okay, I commented out. It makes sense. Okay, here we go. Okay, I can see that you have only the 44 ports. Okay, let's here we have a 45.63 And then we have only 45. What happened? Because it's integer. So integer grab only the whole part and leave the decimal part. Let's clear out. But let's go ahead and then comment this out. Instead of person number, we're going to use the decimal type, which is a double here. Let's go ahead and run this one. You can say, okay, this is kind of weird. Uh, okay, no problems. Okay, what happened? Let me run again. You can see here, it just grabs some random values and then put inside because I do not initiate that value. So that's why it's sometimes good practice to initiate the value to zeros or some standard value to avoid taking some random values. This is a little bit, it's not safe to have some random value beside it. So just find a way to initiate out those values. It's a good practice. So here I want these values. Okay, here we go. And then now we can see that we have our 45.63 as we finish. Oh, oops. Okay, right here it did not take only the whole part since it's a decimal values, decimal type, so grab everything inside it. Okay. Uh, okay, I want to do one more thing here. Is the way to concatenate values or convert values. Okay, let me clean up all of this thing. Okay, to declare a string, like a string, and then you put a variable name, type of variable name. Okay, let's stop this here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop this video here. Our next section, we're going to talk about arithmetical operation. That way, I will have it time to show you what I was going to say here. Is that when you make like a division with for integer, you're going to have like an integer value at the end. Like I declare variable name, number of people 3, and people in the room 5, or even I make the operation division like let me see, show you 4 divided by 7. It should give me like a decimal number. However, if I declare those value integer, it's going to give me the whole part. It won't give me the decimal part. I have to convert one of them to decimal part before I can get the decimal part values. So in the next session, we're going to talk about that one, and maybe we'll have a chance to go over a statement. So from here, I'm going to cut the video here. And please, if you like it, please smash the like button and then subscribe for my next session. That way you won't forget any of my videos. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And stay safe. Thank you. See you.